Hello. You know you have to treat me nice because I'm AfterBuzzer of the month. You know that's right. I got like a title now.
I saw that.
Jesse, I don't know if you understand, but you can't be turning the mic off on the AfterBuzzer of the month. I get to say what I want to say. You can't turn me off.
Jesse, turn it off.
Don't do it, dude. AfterBuzzer of the month, dude. Can't do it.
We gave you a plaque. Okay.
There's a plaque?
No,
There's no
let's
plaque.
just do lap dance for him.
Well, I don't want
Jesse.
Nah, it's okay.
What?
Hey,
how dare you, Ed?
Hey, love you though, bruh.
I can't even believe you just said that.
What? That I'm not gonna? Yeah, yeah. This is Teen Mom, not Teen something else.
Well, but you're allowed to gift your lap dance.
I can re-gift it. Okay. Transfer that. Hey, can I tweet or can I text Phil that I miss Molly?
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't even get to say goodbye.
No one did.
Damn.
Wait, who was Molly and why did she leave so quickly?
Well, we don't know that news and gossip, but I think we're not supposed to. She was
she was a bottle of sunshine.
She was a bottle of sunshine.
Ooh, there you
AfterBuzz.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Wait, a bottle of sunshine?
Yeah,
Yes.
she was an intern, and now she's not.
Oh.
Oh.
What college did she go to?
I hope that bridge is still open because she was.
Syracuse.
She was a.
Oh, that bridge is closed.
The bridge is closed because she was a CNN connection. She was like, you know.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Remember her mom?
Well, no, her mom's like still in the game with us, but as far as her coming back,
Ah, man. Too bad, so sad. I feel like my mic is intermittent.
I know that's. And then.
So what? Oh, the condenser. You think they're going out? They're going out. Is that why it's like in and out? The sound. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I need to, because otherwise, I'm gonna go down. I'm going down. I don't know what the hell that was.
Can you put me down?
Just lift up on the.
all
thing.
right, guys. It's actually going to be the 16 and pregnant intro because Rich did not send us a Teen Mom intro. But it'll be the Teen Mom picture up front. So Mari, if you can play to that.
Okay, so what should I say exactly? We're actually Teen Mom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Say we're not.
Okay, I'll say
I see.
something smoother than that.
You mean
Why are
on
we always
the banner on
stepchild?
Ustream when it plays?
Why are we always a stepchild?
The what?
Stepchild.
How are you the stepchild?
You know what, Jesse?
Whoa, little Miss Cantina over there.
Hey.
All right, guys, here we go. Silencio.
Ew.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, King Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for 16 and Pregnant. Tonight's host is Mari Fagel. Joining Mari will be AfterBuzz co-hosts Courtney Stewart and Ed Bowling. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest 16 and Pregnant news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, Mari Fagel!
Hello everyone, and Welcome to the after show for Teen Mom, not 16 and pregnant, no longer 16 and pregnant. They are 18, 19, and 20-year-old teen moms. So I wanted to clarify that, and I also wanted to clarify that Courtney Stewart is not with us, but we do have Isabel, and I laughed when I heard that intro because right before we went on, she said, I'm like the stepchild, and then her name wasn't introduced. So I have to introduce you, Isabel.
Thank you, Mari.
Oh, see, her name wasn't on there?
No.
I didn't even notice that.
Stepchild for
Was
everyone.
my name on there?
Oh.
It's because we just love you and we know you're always here.
I don't know about all that, Jesse.
Yeah, I know.
But
Don't worry, we won't treat you like a stepchild this episode. So I can't promise anything from Ed, but I won't.
Right. Yep. Getting a dirty look.
Let's get into it with our favorite girls returning. I wasn't sure what MTV was going to do and how they were going to plan. I thought maybe at first the Teen Mom that would premiere would be the girls from 16 and Pregnant this past season, or maybe a season 2 of the last girls, but it's actually a season 3 of these Teen Mom girls, and I'm happy to have the original 4 back because they are always filled with drama. So let's just start right off. I want to talk about Maci first. She is living in Nashville. She's dating Kyle, and in this episode, what plays out is she believes that Ryan hasn't been paying child support, but he claims he has, and I have to give it to him because at first I thought, you know what, he's lying, he's definitely lying, but it turns out that the bank actually messed up and it was an error. So for once, I thought, oh, okay, well, Ryan proved me wrong. What do you guys think about that?
Well, one thing I noticed was, and this is typical of when you call one of these government agencies, depending on who you get on the other line, you can get any number of different answers to your questions. She called, and the person on the line, the operator, whoever, spoke very confidently, like as if, no, well, if he's getting money from unemployment and he's not paying it, then that means that he's in contempt of court, and in 45 days he's going to be in contempt, go to jail and all this stuff, or you could file papers and we could do it faster, etc. And didn't even mention the possibility that the money could be currently being taken out automatically. Didn't even mention that. So the first time we hear about it is when the dad says it. So my thing was, I didn't appreciate how the assumption was that the guy was not paying all the way up until we talked to the guy.
You haven't followed Ryan, though.
Well,
and
no, that's okay.
Known. This was something small to the
have
things that he's
about
done. Right.
Anyone.
No, that's okay. But even from, but we're not saying that the operator lady at the child support agency knew the guy, is watching the show and knew, it's not that.
But she wasn't going to say, oh, hey, this is a possibility. She just said, hey, the money's not in my account. What's next?
Yeah, well, in my opinion, she should have looked deeper into the.
To.
Yeah, no, if you're calling in to find information on your account, then the lady on the phone should have been able to say whether or not the automatic debit from his check was set up. She should be able to say that.
Okay.
What I think.
Go on, Mari.
And hey, Jesse, doesn't my opinion matter more, especially this month?
No.
Ed.
Isn't it
No.
more significant?
Let's plug it.
See,
Ed is the AFTERBUZZer of the month here, guys.
Ed is one of 3.
Right, one of 3.
Oh, but okay, so I'm number 1.
No, you were number 3. You were number
3 of 3.
I'm number 1.
You were number 3.
Oh God.
You
might want to forward the email again.
You know what? Where's my display? Isn't there a picture?
Oh my gosh!
I want to see me.
Or a plaque, I heard.
A plaque.
Okay, it's really a piece of paper, and it's hanging on the fridge.
It's on the fridge? I didn't even see it. Are these cameras mobile? Can we go out to the fridge? Or no, that's not. Okay, I'm taking too much time. I'm sorry, Mari. We digress.
Oh, that's okay.
Go right ahead.
So,
there you have your 3 minutes.
Okay, well, I will say that I was pleasantly surprised by the fact that Ryan wasn't lying, wasn't trying to cover his own ass, and indeed was paying child support. He quickly reminded me of who the real Ryan is when Maci came to ask him about whether he'd been paying. And then he was like, can I ask you a question? It's a serious question. And I thought it was kind of smart the way she had him text it to her, because at first I was like, that's really stupid. Why would you do that? But I realized, I guess when you're on a reality show, what if the question was really something she didn't want on camera? Then it wouldn't have been on camera. So that I thought was a smart technique.
Well, wait a minute.
But what was his question?
Well, wait a minute. The question was, what's the guy's name? Kyle? Is Kyle slow?
Is Kyle slow?
Right. Well,
do you not agree with my prediction there that that's why she did it? I think that's why she did it.
Okay, so I don't think so. I don't think it was because she's on TV, because guess what? Anything, you just by doing anything can happen. She knows she's on the reality show. She's not trying to do that. The only thing I think...
No, but she can look at the question first, and if it's really something she didn't want on camera, I think that the fact that he didn't say it, but that it was in text version, she had more control of the situation.
I don't know about that. I think what it was her being a very smart communicator, meaning she knows that there are things that he can do that trigger her, and that, it could just be like something negative or emotional or whatever. I think it was more about her not wanting to fight and not wanting to be hurt or bothered or anything, and have to react and, based on what he said. I think it was a really good move. I don't think it was about the camera, though.
But let me ask you guys something, and I'm not trying to be mean, but the past seasons, I actually asked this question.
If Kyle was slow?
Yes. Just because...
You thought that, huh?
Yes. Just because I think every time we've seen him, the guy doesn't say more than 3 words, and they have to put captions on the bottom. It's kind of like, can you speak louder? I'm always, and I did ask that before, if he was... I don't want to say the word slow, but
if he had something.
Right.
Okay.
So when he asked that, I laughed at first because oh my gosh, did somebody, tweet this? I don't know, talked about this.
Okay, so why do we think Ryan said it? Did he say it to embarrass the dude on TV?
He said it because he was jealous, is my thought.
Yes.
What?
Ryan has gone through several girlfriends. I think the last one's the one that's been the most serious. But after Maci, he's gone through several girlfriends. And I think he, of all the guys, expected her to be there begging him, waiting for him, and that's one thing that I've always said about her. She left and never came back, or never tried to come back.
And so, okay, so he's just trying to find anything he can say or do to poke fun at the dude.
Break her in any way he can. Okay,
so if this is Seinfeld, then he would be like the funny talker. Nobody got that? Are we too young for Teen Mom?
No, I don't think I got that.
Okay,
but
no problem.
But I will say, I thought it was a jackass move, and I don't think Kyle is slow. He may mumble, and even if he was slow, that's not the manner that you bring it up in. So the whole situation, I just thought that he was being rude.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, when we know Ryan, yes.
Okay.
Yes, that was his intention.
Okay, I'll defer to you ladies. You know so much.
And I mean, and you see it, that smile right afterwards. It's not even like someone that's worried.
Well, yeah, he's probably, I think that maybe there's a combination. I think maybe people did ask him and they did talk about it. Maybe they were making fun of the dude and maybe he was joining in. And so it's, it was kind of humorous to ask that to him, maybe because he's a jerk.
Right.
So,
right.
All right then.
And now at the end of the episode, Maci pleads to Kyle that she wants him to meet Ryan, and Kyle doesn't want to. So, what do you think? Do you agree with Maci? Should the two of them meet, or should she keep them separated?
Well, I think in this case, this is the only time that I would have ever say, Maci was a little immature. Why did she even forward that text to Kyle if she's going to go ahead and bring up this issue of, I want you to meet Ryan?
Well, it could be she's trying to be...
I thought the fact that she forwarded the text was insanely stupid.
Exactly.
That's only going to cause more drama, honestly.
Right. That was something Kyle did not need to
know.
Wait
a minute.
He did not need to know.
Hold on. First of all, it's going to be on television.
Oh.
And second of all...
I know, but she can tell him right before, she doesn't have to forward in the text as it's going on. She could be like, hey, just so you know, he said this. I don't know. I just thought that forwarding him the text was not a good manner.
I think there's more than one way to be honest about something, and she chose the way to like just reveal everything. Like she wasn't going to try to interpret it or sugarcoat it. She's just saying, look, here's what happened. I mean, there's something to be said for the girl and who's your significant other being completely open and honest. A lot of guys would want that.
They're not married.
Whatever.
By the way, Jesse, did you put on the fridge that I got married to?
Oh, congratulations. Yay.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you, Mari. See, Mari doesn't even know. So you put on the fridge that this one over here is
AfterBuzz. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen of the AfterBuzz Network, Isabel Mora is now a married woman.
Yes.
Dun dun dun.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
Yeah, that's called a bumper. Okay,
Bumper.
but anyway, so that's what I think and what I think matters. So, back to
Okay,
you.
well, I can't wait to talk about someone who I have even stronger opinions about than Ryan, and who I am making a prediction right now, right here. I will continue to have very strong this person feelings for the rest of this AfterBuzz
Do not say
TV
Farrah.
season.
Don't say anti-Farrah.
By the way, Mari, Ed is all about Farrah. We've been arguing about this all day, so be ready to get one-on-one with Ed.
Be ready to defend her because I am ready to knock her down. So let me present my case for why I dislike Farrah.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord have mercy.
From the beginning, she was a spoiled brat who walked all over her parents.
Yes.
And to see her this episode when the other girls are like dealing with legitimate problems of like child support and having to move and things like that. Her whole story arc this episode was about getting a boob job, which she had to get a loan to get a boob job, a $4,700 silicone implant. It's like you have a child to support, and I couldn't even fathom it. And then when she did get the boob job and her father was taking care of her so sweetly, she was just like snapping at him. And the mother wanted to be the guardian, and like there's no doubt that that's who would be the guardian, yet she like hurt her mom by at first being like, oh, I don't know who I'm going to put. And I really, really dislike her. I think she's incredibly superficial. And when she claims that her boob job is an investment in her and her daughter's future because of her modeling career, I think that's total BS. And I think that the fake boobs look even worse. I think that she looked prettier before, and most models, unless you're going to be a Victoria's Secret model, most models don't have boobs anyways.
Yeah.
So I really just I don't like her.
Okay.
That's my case.
Well, I'm not. I wouldn't dare defend any disrespect to parents. I don't. Far as being spoiled, parents got to take some responsibility there. Okay, got to. Don't be looking at me like that, Isabel. We're on camera now. People can see that.
She has a daughter now. She's 19 now. Her parents don't need to don't need to take responsibility for her anymore.
Well, but if you talk, a spoiled brat is not made, overnight. So just saying that's part of it. But I also agree that, a boob job is not necessarily the wisest, investment in her current situation.
Right.
But what I will say is that there's certain elements in this particular case where I have to say all bets are off because the baby daddy is gone. He died. Okay. There's going to be lows experienced there by Farrah that I wouldn't even dare to pretend to know how it feels. And so, in my opinion, it could be that although we look at it and we can judge it and say it's unwise, and I'm not going to say that, I would say this for it would have to be on a case by case basis. But if she needs that boob job to feel sexy, to feel good about herself as something to supplement her mood and make her happier, have more confidence. And you know what? I don't necessarily think that it's, she's doing it because the models with the big boobs get the better. No, it's not, it might just be she's saying that and really wanting to feel how they're going to make her feel. And so it's a tough one. I don't want to judge her because I have no idea how bad or how tough it must be. And to be honest with you, I think that she probably knows in the back of her mind that this sort of whole series, Teen Mom, being 16 pregnant, everything is gonna be something that is lucrative for her. She's not gonna have a problem paying off the $4,700 loan in the near future.
No, that I know. The whole thing about like loans and financial struggles, yeah, she's probably making plenty of money. That's the only thing I will concede to you in your argument. But everything else, Isabel, I hope that you help me to prove him wrong. So, Isabel, it's your turn to hate on Farrah.
We follow her. This is the third season, and last season I thought, oh, she grew up a little. No, completely wrong. It's like she's taking a whole step back. When I was watching the episode, I'm like, are you kidding? Are you really thinking about getting implants this whole time? You see her daughter there. She's reminded herself of how she's dealing with this by herself, and yet her first priority was her looks. I didn't agree with it. I've never been a fan of Farrah, but I do give her credit when she deserves it. And this time it was just like she grew and then went back to being the spoiled little girl that she's been.
But don't you have to say that it depends on the person? Some people need external indicators or things to make them feel good. They need material things. It's it depends.
Okay.
I'm not against the boob job. I'm against the way that she presented it. And from the very first second that her mom started to question it, which of course her mother would question it is a big decision, she cut off her mom. She was rude, and it was just, I don't know. It was just the way that she went about it that I didn't like. I understand when someone is really dealing with some self-image problems and, they want this. But I also, I don't think it's the right time, though. I just,
it
was like the end of the episode, her dad had to take care of her. All of the attention was on her, and the little baby was sitting in the stairs by itself. It was like, who's the child here? So I really don't agree with her decision.
Well, I don't mind defending. Don't forget, we get snippets, of these things, and the editors are gonna put in the most shocking things, the most extreme things. She's got her baby. She loves her baby, and she's had a loss. Y'all gotta leave poor Farrah alone.
That's not the point, though. We're talking about, did she grow up as a parent? And again, I agree with Mari. I have nothing against fake boobs. I have nothing against spending money to make yourself feel better. Nothing. If there's anyone here that spends a lot of money on that, it's me. But it's from the beginning, she talks about working a job, paying her school loans, going through this alone. She's struggling. She's barely making enough. And then, but I'm going to go get boobs. It's just the time. It's the time. It's the moment in her life where it's all about her daughter. And next thing you know, she loses her job. Something happens, and she's stuck with this loan. Yeah,
I think it's all skewed because it's a reality show. I think we can't even really apply the normal sort of criteria to it. But I hear you guys. I don't disagree completely.
But honestly, I'm looking at this picture of Farrah in Us magazine, her before and after, and literally the boobs look so fake. It does not look right, and I really think that would hurt her modeling career and not help it, because unless you want to be in Playboy, the modeling industry really does not like fake boobs.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I thought if she was going to be some sort of a model, when, the before was much more appropriate for modeling women's clothes.
Right.
And that's why I don't agree with the reason she was giving it. It's an investment in our future. I think that line in particular was what really ticked me off.
It was an investment in the club appearances that she was planning on going to, and the different TV spots and things. In my opinion, I don't think she was being completely honest with us or herself in that situation.
And that's what I'm saying. If you're going to make a big decision like that, then you need to be confident in why you're doing it, and that's why I'm attacking her.
Agreed.
Okay, well, now that case is settled, let's move on to Catelynn. Catelyn's story arc was a little slow this episode. I'm wondering how they're going to continue the Catelynn and Tyler storyline, only because the baby is not with them. Carly's not with them. So, yes, they have struggles, but not like the struggles like the other girls have. So I'm not saying it's not right for them to be followed, but I'm just wondering how they will be followed and how it'll pan out. Because to me, when it gets to them, it gets a little bit boring. I mean, this episode, they, are living in her mom's house, and someone tried to break into the house, and they want to move to a safer neighborhood, and so they decide that they want to move in together because her grandmother doesn't want her there, which is awful. But they decide to move in together, and while her mom is supportive, Tyler's mom says he's rushing to grow up, he's rushing through his childhood, and Catelynn has to move out, but Tyler doesn't have to make this decision. So what did you guys think, and do you think it's appropriate for them to be living together?
How old are they now?
They're not even out of high school because even the mom said
no. They haven't graduated, but they are 18. But they haven't graduated.
I mean, I don't know. I saw them. I just felt it was really interesting to watch. Here we're watching Teen Mom, and they gave their baby up. So I was
but we can't mock that because on our last discussion we did mention that. It's good for Teen Mom or in 16 and Pregnant, other shows like this to show the options that people have, abortion, adoption. And here's a couple that, I think the purpose of this couple is to show kids and anyone out there, if you give up your kid, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to break up your relationship. You can still make it work, and as parents being separated. So I think that's the purpose of MTV, to have this couple here. It does get a little boring, but it's also, I think, interesting to see a couple that gave their kid away, and yet they still get to deal with those emotions of not having her there. And here, they're not enjoying every second of being, I want to say, freed from their baby. They still get sad. They still, they don't enjoy everyday life. So they're still paying for becoming parents at such a young age.
Yeah.
It's a big ordeal, and several episodes we've seen, not only Catelynn, but mostly Tyler, I think it's finally hitting him that he doesn't have his daughter. And to answer your question, Mari, I think they're too young, and if there's any way that you want to ruin such a, nice relationship that they have going on here, would be moving in together with all the stress of no money, no jobs, still trying to finish school. Yeah, it's too much.
Okay, so I agree with that too. I think that's unwise to have them being so young living together. I mean, they have this bond that's going to be there forever, the rest of their lives. But I think, so do we, since we all think that it's probably the fact that they're too young to be living together, do we chalk it up to, the parents, the mom is just, not making wise decisions when it comes to taking care of the daughter, or what?
The mom hasn't been part of her life for a long time. I mean, she treats
her...
No,
but the mom said they did. She said she was willing to not move into the grandmother's, and they were willing to get a place together, but Catelynn said that was more difficult to find a place for the three of them. And I personally think I don't think it's a bad idea that they move in together. I think that they've been through a lot. They're engaged. Any normal couple who is engaged, when you're engaged at that point, I think that you should be living together. I understand this isn't a normal couple and these aren't normal circumstances, but they've been through a lot together and they have grown up a lot. So I don't think it's... And, I mean, if she had a place to stay, then I wouldn't recommend it. But the fact that, she's stuck in this spot, I don't think it's a bad idea that they move in together. But I did think it was reasonable and mature of her at the end to say, you know what, if it doesn't work out, moving, you're not obligated. You can move out if you want.
Okay.
But again, I don't think it has to do, going back to Farrah and now Catelynn and Tyler, I don't think it has to do with, is it right? I'm sure it's right for, everyone, other people, but I think it's the time. They both say they don't have a job. They both say they're not, they're still working to get their GED. So I just think it will add more to the plate. Maybe, give themselves a year, find a place, a year lease with mom, and save money, and then go ahead and move out.
Oh, gosh, just so young.
I know.
It's just, they're just so young.
And just like Tyler's mom said, just because you went through this together, you are, pushing to grow up too soon, too fast, for no reason. Because as we see, Tyler's perfectly fine with his mom.
Yeah, I think the part of what is learned or what we see when they deal with the fact that there was like the attempted break-in in the house is we see sort of, and I'm not putting it down, I don't mean this in a negative way, but we see sort of the immature reaction on both of the kids' parts, you know? It's like Tyler was more just sort of, whoa, look, it's broken here. Oh, man, they totally tried to get into the window here. You know, it's just that's not, a grown, mature man's response to such a thing. And they to me, it was an example of how they have no idea how to respond to what happens in life.
Oh, wait. But then you have the mom who's supposed to be the mature one and says,
Right.
no, I don't want to come look in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what do you want me to do? Take care of you or?
Yeah. Another example of what we're dealing with here,
Immaturity.
what's happening in that household. And, exactly. Exactly. I have a very important prediction for this couple when we get to the predictions, so don't let me forget.
Oh, good. Well, before we get to that and news and gossip and our commercial break, I want to talk about Amber, who quite possibly, my prediction is that she's going to be the most dramatic this season. She is debating over whether to get back together with Gary or to stay with Chris. And she and Gary meet with a life coach, and she says how she was so upset that he cheated on her. But, she hit him, so it was kind of like if he can forgive her, then, okay, she'll forgive him. And in the end, even though Chris tells her he loves her and that he wants to be with her, she says, he's in his parting stage. He's not ready for marriage. He's in a different point of his life. And she breaks it off with him and decides to stay with her baby daddy. So what do you think of that decision? And who do you think is the better man for her to be with?
Okay, well, first of all,
or either.
First of all, hit is an understatement. This girl squared off and clocked him dead in his ear. Okay, I mean, she hit him like a boxer.
Yeah.
With a closed fist and landed that punch.
And at the time, she looked like a boxer.
Oh, man, it was so serious. When I saw that, I thought, okay, she's trying to hurt this dude. And succeeding. And it's a woman.
He's holding the big TV.
Yeah, when she's a woman. And she is clocking him in his ear. So hit is an understatement. I mean, there were multiple blows that she threw at him. She nailed one that made me jump in my seat. And, I don't even know what to say about that. I'm surprised that, the authorities didn't take it upon themselves.
They did.
Who did?
No,
What?
they do. It comes out later on in the season. Yeah. She gets arrested and
for
she goes to
that,
jail.
right?
We just haven't seen that yet.
Oh, okay. So was that in one of our news and gossips on another?
No. I mean, during the last season,
no, it's not in our news and gossip. It's it comes out. This was months ago.
Yeah.
This was like over like
the last
Christmas or in December that she was arrested and spent time in jail. But we will see this on the season. Okay.
Well, so that was I just wanted to make sure and say that the hit is an understatement. It was serious what she did. Oh God, it was serious.
Now,
but do you think that she should get back together with him?
I mean, I don't think a woman who's going to haul off and clock you in the ear.
I don't think he should get back with her.
Yeah, I mean, there's just
not about who's better for her.
There's just no way that either one of them are in a position now to even decide that. I mean, like the answer is no, but it's not no forever. It's okay. First, you have to deal with the fact that when you get mad, you punching him in the ear.
Yeah, she has a lot of.
First, you got to deal with the fact that he's claims that he'll go be with another woman to get you back for something. I mean, this is not a relationship. This is not.
But he really didn't. I mean, when I was watching this, and she kept saying he cheated on me. No, he did not. You have broken up with him. The poor guy finally found someone that paid attention to him.
Right.
Because, may I add, from all the baby daddies, Gary has been one of the best ones. You always see him with his daughter. You always see him trying to take the baby, trying to take care of the baby, never letting go. The question here is should he go back with her? This girl is not okay for either person here. I mean, the Chris guy, that's just a joke. He's just a kid partying, having someone who has a house and is willing to have him come over and spend some time, but there's no choice here. She needs help.
Yeah, exactly.
She can't be with anyone. She can't even be with her daughter. She needs help.
you know what she could do? She could be a high school age girlfriend. She could do that because guess what? They can break up and they can be together or not or whatever.
Right.
And she's dealing with the fact that, when you see her talking with her friend or in any part of the episode, she keeps mentioning, well, I want to do what's best for the baby and all stuff.
Yeah,
and I mean, of course, I believe her. But it's like, you know what? You're only saying that in moments that you're calm and thinking.
Yes.
And then, you can't. That's again, the big problem with this whole thing and everything, all this stuff happening to them too early is in some cases, the people involved just don't have the ability to mature fast enough. And then these immature portions of their life come in and they create a big disruption and, like this.
Yeah, and this is, again, Amber is the example of when postpartum is not dealt with the right way. She, from season 1, dealt with depression after having the baby. And it's, it hits some women, and some women can make it through it. And this was just a young girl that couldn't make it through it and is still dealing with it. She just needs a lot of help. I mean, the entire time, she forgets. When she blanks out, she forgets her daughter's there. She forgets whoever is around and just goes at her anger. She just needs to deal with depression and anger. I mean, there's several issues. It's not just one.
Yeah.
Well, what I thought was interesting was that she admitted to the life coach, she said, I seem really tough on the outside, but I'm actually really sensitive and very unsure of myself, and that comes out in anger. And I thought that was a pretty dead-on description of what goes on with her.
Yeah, I felt that was genuine and honest on her part. Great communication, great self-awareness. She needs to have those types of sessions before she can get to a point to have the relationship, though.
I think she's been through enough counseling that's probably the only few sentences that stuck in her head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think, so she's been told that several times, and she's like, oh, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but this whole thing,
I personally think, though, it is a good idea that she decided to give it another shot with Gary, because at the end of the day, that is the father of her child. Yes, she is unstable and may need to be alone, but I thought it was maybe a good idea that she decided to give it another chance instead of giving up.
It would be a good idea, but the problem is now this next breakup can be even worse, and it can be so bad that you can never go back to fix it. Versus, hey, breaking up with both, dealing with yourself, and then either going back to your baby daddy to really make it work once you're healed, or finding someone that really makes you happy. But just going back because that's the father of your daughter and you're not even healed, that can just ruin the relationship where you're not even going to be able to be friends for your daughter. So
yeah, things can happen. Things can happen to create resentment.
Right.
Things can, if you're in a relationship with somebody, you're building memories. Every day you're building memories.
Exactly.
And they can be good ones or they can be bad ones. And you can have bitterness, the seed, whatever seed you plant, that's what's going to grow. So it's a tough one. It's, ideally we would say that she should sort of, grow up and work through some things so that she can be a good participant in a relationship.
Right.
But none of this stuff is ideal. No. Got to take the lesser of 3 evils, which may be to try to work it out. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if the guy can deal with it or not. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, why don't we go to a quick commercial break before we come back to some news and gossip?
Alrighty.
Want to find out what the AFTERBUZZ is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AFTERBUZZ TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AFTERBUZZ on.
You have a friend?
Okay, so here's some news and gossip on the Teen Moms this week.
AFTERBUZZ TV News.
So, of course, the teen moms who are pseudo celebrities are all over the covers of the weekly magazines this week. They are all on the cover of Us magazine, and according to Us, Maci says that she wants to get married soon, sooner rather than later to Kyle, and that she wants a second baby, and she wants a girl, and says that Kyle eventually did give in to her request and meet up with Ryan, and that it was awkward. So, first off, what do you think of that?
Awkward. I mean, that's expected. You know, you're meeting baby daddy, and he called you slow on national TV, so I can see how that would be awkward.
He didn't call him slow.
Okay, he asked. He asked
if he was slow.
Okay.
Because
thing.
Someone asked him. I'm surprised you're not defending the dude. You think he's so hot and you love him and all that.
Well, that's different. But Maci marrying Kyle, you know, they've made it work this long, and she seems to have a good head on her shoulders since season 1. So she must be enjoying being a mom. So good for her. She wants baby number 2. Oh, what? Ed, you
and
don't
actually, Farrah was also interviewed, and she says, I'm pretty interested to see how this unfolds on the season, but she has a big decision to make because she gets accepted into a bachelor's program in Florida, and she must decide whether to move 1,000 miles away and leave the baby with her mother or not. So that'll be an interesting decision. But she also says in the magazine that she's dreaming big, and that she wants to open a restaurant and publish a cookbook and launch a line of baby food and create mother and daughter fragrances. So,
this is Farrah, right?
We'll see what happens with all that.
Yeah, man. See, I like Farrah. That's good. See, y'all don't hate on her. That's a good girl.
There's
right
a
there.
difference between ideas and making these things happen.
All right.
No, it's good. It's good that we have a fair representative on the team because it wouldn't be fair otherwise. So I like that we have a fair representative.
More like fake boobies representative here.
I think by fair Mari means wrong. But that's okay, Mari. Mari, no one can tell me I'm wrong nicer than you.
oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then we already kind of saw this in the predictions, but Catelynn in the magazine says that you'll see on this season her jealousy over girls who come up to Tyler and that she deals with some self-esteem issues. So we'll see that unfold. And then obviously, well, not obviously, but I guess not surprising, Amber was not interviewed for the feature, and that is because, as we all know, she had a suicide attempt only a few weeks ago and is clearly dealing with a lot. So instead, the magazine asked the other girls to comment, and Maci says, I wish Amber happiness. I think she's had the toughest time emotionally because she's very alone. I want her to realize women are the strongest thing on the planet, and she can do it all by herself. Farrah says, wish her all the best. She needs to hang in there and work through whatever problem she's having. And Catelynn said, if I saw her, I would hug her and kiss her. I love Amber so much. I talked to her a couple weeks ago, and she's going through some stuff, but I have a lot of hope for her. She's a good head on her shoulders.
Okay. Excellent. All righty.
So, and then one of the other magazines claims that the 4 girls were actually bribed into doing another season, that some of the girls did not want to do another season, and that MTV bribed them, and that because of all of their fame, some of them are resorting to anorexia and smoking cigarettes and an all-popcorn diet. I don't know about that one, but the bribing I thought was interesting.
Wow.
Well, I mean, do you guys think that's true? If they didn't have this MTV gig, I mean, I think when they say bribing, I would think Farrah. She probably is the only one that has offers from Playboy and things like that, and
No, actually, she's the only one I think actually didn't have to be bribed because she loves the fame, so she needs Teen Mom. I actually think she's the only one who wasn't bribed. The other girls may have been more hesitant to continue to show their life on camera. Maybe Amber and maybe Catelynn.
Wow. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's true.
But I think I wouldn't think Catelynn. I feel like she's safer when cameras are rolling. There's more people around her taking care of her than her mom. So maybe Maci and Amber.
Very funny.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Are we at predictions yet?
Okay, well, why don't we get into some predictions for the upcoming season?
Alrighty.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Go, Ed, since you've been.
So we saw a lot unfold, and a lot's going to happen this season. I guess it looks like Ryan wants joint custody, so they'll be going to battle. Farrah continues to deal with Derek's death. He's baby daddy. And then we do see Amber taken by police and arrested. So all of this we already unfolded in the media, but it will be interesting to see it from her perspective.
Right.
And, you see Tyler and Catelyn's relationship kind of falter and the jealousy. I still think, even though they're sweet and I love them and I love their relationship, their storyline seems a little boring and a little quiet this season. I think Amber obviously will be the most dramatic, and everything going on with Maci and Ryan will bring some drama. And Farrah, I think, only brings drama on the most superficial of levels, but I think her decision about going to school in Florida will be interesting. Any predictions on that? I say that she struggles with it and then decides not to go.
I think Farrah is like, well, no, never mind. I won't say that.
I would say I'm glad she doesn't go. And if she does go, I wouldn't think she was a horrible mother. That's a hard decision because either way she loses in a way. If she goes, it's great for her and her daughter. If she stays, it's also, great for her and her daughter, but she's not gaining what she could gain if she went to school and finished. Okay. And she's somebody that I don't think would go to school and waste her time. I think she would actually go and graduate and come back and do great things.
I agree. Farrah's a good one. I like it. I have a question about Tyler and Catelynn for my prediction. Okay, so they gave their daughter up for adoption, right? How old, because I asked, I don't think anybody answered. How old are they now?
18.
Okay, so were they 18 when they did the adoption thing?
No, they were 16.
They were 16 when they did it.
Okay. Actually, they're both 19 now.
They're both 19 now? Okay, that's fine. But when they did the adoption thing when they were 16. Okay. Here is my...
And Carly is 2 years old.
Okay. Here's my prediction is not necessarily for the upcoming season, although it might happen sooner. My prediction is that Tyler, in particular, is going to start more and more missing his daughter and not wanting to have someone else raising her. And he is going to try to, one, get her back, or two, get some sort of, shared visitation rights as if, like a divorced dad or a separated or whatever. No, I'm talking about.
I think that's a little bold.
Yeah.
They get annual visits, but other than that, I haven't heard much.
What I'm telling you,
I will say from news and gossip, they did move in together, and they live in Marine City, Michigan. They moved in last August together.
Well, my prediction is that not only is he going to try to make this happen, but my prediction is that he will win. It will overturn whatever papers, adoption, all that stuff. Will whatever judge he gets in front of is going to agree and give some sort of shared custody to the natural father. That's my prediction. My prediction is that he's going to try to get his daughter back.
Tyler? You're not talking about Ryan here. You're talking about Tyler.
Talking about Tyler.
Baby for adoption?
Yes.
I really doubt that will happen. They've said from the beginning, and you can't do that. That was
right. That's what I was just saying. It's illegal.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter in Ed's world.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the mentality. What you can't do is you cannot. Okay, even in the case of say child support money, if say there's a mom that has a baby and I'm the father or whatever, and then I owe child support, right? Do you guys understand? The mother cannot say, oh, he doesn't have to pay me child support. The mother cannot waive child support because that's not her right. It's not her money. It's the child's money. She doesn't have the right to even waive it. Okay, so just in the same way, if you're underage, you can't sign away anything. You can try, you can do it, but what I'm saying is when this dude mark my words, a year or two or more, or whatever it is, them fatherly instincts going to kick in. He's going to want his baby back. And it's not going to be anything anybody can tell him. He's going to try, and he's going to get her back.
Well, you can do research for us, and next episode,
might
let us
happen.
know if that's even legal. Because from what I know, it's illegal.
A judge can simply decide to do it.
If what you're saying happens, I will give you $100.
Oh,
If
there's
what
a
you're
wager.
saying happens, I will finally get you your plaque, and maybe you'll say "shut up" on the bottom.
I get $100 in the plaque.
Okay, well, we'll have to see this all pan out. But Ed and Isabel, thank you for joining me. And I can't wait to continue our debates next week.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.